8th Global Family Office Investment Summit here in Dubai. We have another great interviewee with us, Mr. Tejani. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, why is it important for you to take part in such a event?
Well, I think in an event like this, you're seeing family offices and thought leaders from all over the world sharing investment ideas and best practices and what they're seeing in their individual local economies.
And your family office is slightly different because it hadn't been investing in the past 20 years in what was and still is at the forefront of technology, and nowadays is artificial intelligence and blockchain. So what exactly do you do? What are you investing in? What are your future projects?
So I think, over the next decade, we're going to see disruption at levels we can't even imagine. Very similar to the dot-com boom in the late 90s, where we saw the internet come about, democratize the sharing of information, and disrupt everything as we once knew it then. What we're seeing now is the fourth industrial revolution, the intelligence revolution. As a consumer, get ready for awesomeness with robotics, quantum computing, AI, sensors that are going to dictate the next decade and make our lives cheaper, faster, and more efficient. That's really what we focus on. We're focusing on those new emerging technologies that are going to disrupt and dictate the next 10 years.
What about the potential of blockchain? Because it's getting widespread, it's such a technology, but it still has a lot to do.
I think over the next 3 years, you're going to see, blockchain become more of a permanent staple in everyday lives. Without getting too technical, imagine a layer of trust over the internet, where you now control your own digital identity and payments. I think we're living in an era right now where there's a lot of concerns and distrust over our data. Companies like Google and Facebook own everything that we put online, and they monetize it without us having any sort of participation in that. I think what blockchain will do will bring that trust back to the people and that ownership of our data back to ourselves.
If you had to highlight the most useful piece of information that you have absorbed so far through this summit, what would that be?
I think there's so many great ideas that we've listened to and heard here at the summit. I think if there's one big takeaway is that over the next decade, we're going to see disruption. I think it's a foregone conclusion from all the people that have come on, all the panelists that have spoken from all over the world. They're seeing disruption in all of their economies, and I think we need to be prepared for it. As consumers, it'll be great, but as businesses, you need to adapt or die.
Thank you very much, sir, for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you so much.